Check the mic and make sure it sound right.
Hello everybody, Man here with another Canva Pro video, and in this video I'm going to show you how to create a beautiful YouTube thumbnail. I'm also going to show you how to reuse the elements in your other YouTube thumbnails. So we are going to use Canva as usual, and without wasting any time, let's just get started. So to get started, we are going to first go to YouTube and search for a YouTube thumbnail, so you can see some of the examples for other creators are using. Okay, I'm going to scroll through these videos and see. I think I saw something up here that I might like. No, let's scroll back up. I think I saw something nice here. Yeah, as usual, so whenever you're beginning any project or any design project, you always want to first look at other people's designs. It could be a poster, you want to go to maybe Behance or Dribble or Tumblr, any platform that can, maybe Pinterest, but from this case we are creating a YouTube thumbnail, so we go to YouTube. Alright, so after getting our example after getting our reference, so simply go back to Canva and search for YouTube thumbnail, and right away Canva is going to generate thousands of templates. Now most of these templates will be available only for Canva Pro members, and if you see that crown icon with the word free, you know it's free for you because you are using Canva Pro. But if you're not using Canva Pro, it's going to be Pro. The word is going to be Pro, not free. Anyways, but no problem, however, because you can get a Canva Pro free trial. Right under this video there's a link that you can use Canva Pro account. Now in this video we are not going to choose any of these templates, we are going to create something from scratch. Okay, so let's go back and see our example. Let's start right away. So in order to create something from scratch, just click on this button here that says create a blank YouTube thumbnail. Click on that and Canva will load up the Canva editor that's going to allow us to put together our YouTube thumbnail. By the way, when you have Canva Pro, you have a lot of features that you can use. For example, the resize tool, you can be able to comment on designs, they leave feedback. You can also share the design just by adding someone's email address. The first thing we are going to do is add a background here. So to add the background, we simply go to the background tool in Canva. If you're not seeing the background tool, you simply click on the three dots that says more. So when you click on those three dots, we find that some of them are hiding here. Just click on it once, it appears on the right hand side here in the tools panel. It's going to stay there until you close it. Alright, now to apply the design, you simply click on the design that you like and it automatically applies on the background. But let me first scroll through. You can scroll through and see if you can find a better background for your design. Another place you can get some backgrounds other than this background tool, you can use the photos. Simply go to photos and search for something here. Now if we go back to the reference photo on YouTube, we notice we need a photo for maybe for you, if you are going to be the one on the YouTube thumbnail, or if you are creating the YouTube thumbnail for someone, you need that photo. So in order to upload your own photo, you simply go to uploads right here. So it happens that for me I already have a photo somewhere uploaded down here. So I scroll in through these files, but if you don't have it uploaded, you simply click on upload media, or you can drag and drop the file into Canva editor. Now we are going to delete the other one. You simply use backspace, or you go to this button up here. Now next I'm going to rotate this, flip this guy so that it points this side instead of the other side, just like the YouTube thumbnail here dictates the reference photo. So to flip this photo, you simply go to this button here, flip, and you click on flip horizontal. So to crop the images, I want to crop or remove this guy's left hand. So to remove this guy's hand, I simply use the crop tool. This tool, you bring the mouse here and crop like this. And if the photo is too big, you can use the crop button. And for now, I'm just going to use this control. So like that. Now I have to fix this part because it doesn't look good. So I can scale it using these controls, bring it on the corner and scale it like this, click and drag, and then just click and drag to move it around so you can place it wherever you want it. So next we are going to add some text. So to add text, you simply go back to the tool. There's the text tool right here in Canva, and you scroll through the templates. So I can just drag this template right here into the design, just like that. And then I can double click the text to edit it, and then I type in something that I want. Now the text is too huge. It's too big. I'm going to reduce the size by going to, first of all, I'm going to change the font by clicking on this button right here. Then I choose the font. Now that's the font I'm looking for, but if it's not the font you are looking for, you can simply go to your brand fonts. Now you can add this brand fonts via the brand kit, which is available to Canva Pro members. Now if you know the name of the font, you simply search, type in the name right here. Now to reduce the size, use these other tools right here to reduce the size of the text, the font size, or you can type in something. Maybe let's type in 75. Alright, now it's too small. I can make it a little bit bigger. If you want to make it more bright, you can add effects like the neon effect. It's like the glow in After Effects or in Photoshop maybe. So you simply go to effects and you go to this effect, and you can increase or decrease the intensity of the effect right here. Now next, if you want, you can change the color of the text to something else. Maybe this. Now this is not good. Maybe this. And anything you want. Play around with it until it looks nice to your liking. Now for me, in this case, I will go back to effects and increase the opacity of this type here. We are going to keep it as simple as possible. We are not going to add a lot of stuff. We're going to keep it as simple as this other reference here. So what you're going to do is delete this neon type text just by using the delete button, but you can also use the backspace. I'm going to add a very simple heading by going to the text tool, scroll up and add this one, drag and drop, click and drag and drop. Now when you're adding this text, you might want to apply some of your knowledge of SEO or keywords. Now let me give you some of the tips you can use for your keywords. When you come back to YouTube, you can simply type in maybe YouTube thumbnail. You'll get some other suggestions. For me, I even have a tool that can help me find those keywords. It's called the vidIQ. So on the right hand side here, you might notice this vidIQ plugin. It tells you the keyword, and it tells you the volume and the competition. So if you're wondering what this tool is, this is what it does. For example, the top related topics for the video that you are viewing, for the type of videos that you are viewing right now, or depending on the keywords typed in right here. If you're not using this tool, you might check out the other one called TubeBuddy. So the next thing we are going to do is change the font to this one, increase the size of this text. And the next, you are going to separate the text. So we are going to click and drag to select this text and use Ctrl X to cut it And then to duplicate or to copy this text, you can simply use Ctrl D, or you can go to the duplicate button, duplicate the text, and then double click to paste the other text that we just copied. And then we are going to do the same for the other text, the thumbnail. So I'm going to select the text and duplicate it, double click and paste. Use Ctrl V to paste. Alright, now we have all our text. Now let's place it. This is Canva. This is YouTube. The good thing with Canva is you can see all those guides, those purple lines. For example, this purple line on the side tells us the text is at the edge. And then if you select the text, you can use these lines or these controls to scale the text. And then you can do the same for this one. Click and move it around to place it around. Next, we are going to do something about the background. But before we move on, let's do something about the text background. So let's drag something like a shape, maybe a box, and use these controls to customize it a little bit, and then change the color by clicking on the color icon. Next, I'm going to duplicate this one. I'm going to duplicate this shape for the YouTube text by using Ctrl D, and then move it down here and customize it. Right now it's covering the text, so you right click and you go to send backwards. So you go back to color and make it the green or whatever color you want, and then I'm going to change the color of the text so it's more visible. For example, I'm going to make it white, and then customize this green background a little bit, and then give this text a little breathing space. Move it around. Next, you're going to duplicate the green to create a background for the thumbnail text. I move it down here, and then to send it backward, right click and go to send to back or send backward. So I'm going to first change the color of this background and use the lines, the guides, to make sure everything is in line. Next, let's go back to our reference and see where is the example of this reference of ours. I guess this is on the other page. Okay, so it's right here. So I'm not sure what you can call that kind of those lines in the background, but I think it's like a sunburst. If you know the name, you can simply come to Canva in under elements and just search for it. For example, let me search for sunburst, and you see it's almost exactly as the one in the reference. So you can just click on graphics to filter, so you can only see graphics things, graphics stuff, and you click and drag it into the background. Scale it up as you want it. Click and move it into place. I'm going to scale it a little bit more to cover the whole place, the whole space. Alright, excellent. So the next thing is you're going to send it in the background by right clicking and clicking on send to back. So first of all, you're going to delete the background we had placed earlier by selecting this one and moving it away, and then click in the background and use backspace to delete it. So I'm going to select this one and move it back into place. Next, we are going to change some of these colors. For example, if I select the background and go to colors, I'm going to change this one to green, and the next one I could leave that one. Maybe we still need to do something about the background. You can simply go to photos and search for something, maybe YouTube. Maybe I can select this element and move it away. Go to this YouTube photo and select it and drag it in the background. Right now it's competing with the rest of the graphics. If you select it, click on it and reduce the transparency up here, or the opacity, just like that. And maybe you can also change the color of the background. If you select the background, you go to color and give it something like a dark green, or maybe black, and go back to transparency and reduce it a little bit more. Let's move back our sunburst into place. So our YouTube thumbnail is almost done. It's coming together. Maybe we could still do a little bit more work on the background. So here's what we are going to do. Let's try to go back to the background tool and let's search for gradient. If you click on gradient right here, so let's click and drag just like that. I think that's better. Alright, now I want to scale the text a little bit up, but I can't select one by one, so I want to click and drag, select. But now when I try to click and drag, I select the sunburst and move it instead. So I'm going to first lock it by using this lock right here, so I can be able to select the text and then scale it like that. Then I'm going to move this guy on the side to create some space for the Canva logo. Go back to elements and search for Canva. Right, good. Just get this Canva logo and move it into place. So let's move this guy a little bit more on the side and get more space for the logo. So you can select all this by clicking and drag and move it right there. And let's place our Canva, rotate it a little bit like this. Yeah, I think that's it for our YouTube thumbnail. So before we finish, let's first bring this guy in front. So right click on this guy and click on bring forward, click on bring forward until this text is in front here. So what can we do with this small thumbnail text? So I think we might want to reduce the size of this text. So to reduce the size of the text, we need it to stay on the left. So in order for it to stay on the left, we need to use the left alignment tool. So take it to the left and go to the alignment tool and click it once, so the text is aligned to the left. So when you go back to reduce the size, decrease the font size, it is going to be decreasing from that point from the left. Yeah, so the alignment comes in very handy. So let's change some stuff here, change it up a bit. For example, let's change this one to Canva and change this text to YouTube, change this here, this one to thumbnail. So we have a new title. But yeah, I think it's better. So let's move this text into place. Let's organize some stuff here, make sure we have the text visible. So now let's increase the size of this text, the Canva, like that. Alright, great. Now the YouTube, the E is disappearing, or it's getting hidden behind this guy's head. So let's do something here. If we go to the line spacing tool, we are going to reduce the letter spacing instead, not the line spacing. If you have multiple lines, if all this text was in one box, you could use the line spacing. Now this text also needs to be aligned to the left, so let's use the alignment tool to align it to the left and click and drag a bit to move it away from this guy's ear. Excellent. Just like that. I think our YouTube thumbnail is done. So lastly, the L on the thumbnail, it's getting hidden, so we can use the letter spacing tool again to reduce it. But before we do that, we also make sure it's the left aligned by using the alignment tool, and then go back to the spacing tool, use letter spacing, and then we have our L visible now, right there. Excellent work so far. So for me, I think my YouTube thumbnail is ready. I don't know about yours. If you want to add more stuff, you can go back to elements and search for more good stuff. Maybe there's some colors I want to remove. So to change the color, select this background again. Remember we had unlocked it, that's why you can't see any controls up here. So to unlock it, select it and go to this lock to click it once, and now it's unlocked. So we have our controls back. Click it and go back to colors and change to this green right here. Excellent job. Now it's time to download your YouTube thumbnail and take it to wherever. And if you want, you can download a PNG or a JPEG. This is where I choose the format you want, even PDF. Click on download. Excellent. Alright, I think the video was very helpful in terms of helping you create your graphics for YouTube and maybe social media. So if it was helpful, make sure to hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel. Share the video with your friends. Don't forget to hit the bell notification. That way you won't miss any other videos. So again, if you want to check out Canva on your own, check out the links in the video description. And that's an affiliate link, so I'll get some commission when you purchase Canva Pro, which is not a bad thing, right? Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next video.
It sound right, boy.